Well, welcome to the channel, guys, and today we're going to talk about Rocket Mortgage and how they slayed earnings and are down like 15% today. As you can see, I look like kind of a grease ball that just rolled out of bed, and that's because I just rolled out of bed and I'm a bit of a grease ball, and I'm a little saucy about the situation that we're dealing with right now with Rocket Mortgage. So we're going to go into just a quick one about like how their earnings went, what we're doing with it, or what I'm doing with it, and I'm a little saucy today. I'm a little salty, so we'll get into that. If you like the content, subscribe, all that BS, and let's talk about their earnings. So this is how this one's going to shake out. We're going to make it quick for you. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, why I think people sold off, what I'm doing. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. So the good, net revenue is $4.6 billion. That's up 236% year over year. Net income is $2.8 billion. That's up like 28x year over year. And then the market cap's only 35, so our PEs are going to be like ridiculously low. So now we'll talk about a couple of the bad things, and I'm just glossing over like main points. So like definitely look over their earnings if you want stuff that's more in depth. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the bad stuff. Let me grab a sip of the Joe here quick. Alright, so let's talk about some of the bad stuff. So, they missed earnings by one measly whole penny. Wah, 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 wah. So they missed earnings by 1 penny. So EPS was expected to be 90 cents, and their earnings per share ended up being 89 cents, which I don't know why if everybody freaked out because of that, which we'll talk about in a second. And gain on sale margin. So what is gain on sale margin? So the amount they make when they sell each loan that they currently crank out. So this is like one of the bigger things that I saw people, at least in like chat areas and stuff, why, it's such a big sell-off because their gain on sale margin, which is like such a small amount of the revenue that nobody should give an actual flying F about it. But anyway, so they went from making 3.74% from 4.41%, and they're expecting this to go down next quarter. So a couple of bad things, honestly. So now let's just talk about why we think it went down, what to do, and all that stuff. So I'm just going to dive into a little bit of speculation here of why I think Rocket Mortgage is down so much right now. It was down like 15% as of the start of the trading day and just getting absolutely hammered after their earnings, which I thought their earnings were pretty good, and I'm along on this stock. I like this one for the long term. I think it's going to do great. I'm bullish on the housing market, at least for a while, and if I were to turn bearish, I would, sell my position, so I'm pretty bullish on it. But anyway, so I think the expectations were kind of blown out of proportion on this one. I think the expectations were, they're going to beat their estimated, like that 90 cents that they estimated they're going to blow it out 2-3x. I think that was kind of the estimation here. And I know if you guys follow Wall Street Bets, people were dumping a ton of money on I just can't say it enough how risky it is to do options. Because I'm having a rough day with my Rocket shares, but at least they're shares, and I'm along, and I'm happy holding these as long as I have to. And I feel pretty good about the position, so I honestly want to add to it. But it's gosh, if you had short-term options, you're just losing all that money. So it's just very, very risky. But anyway, so I think it got hyped up. I know it got hyped up on Wall Street Bets. I think just the hype in general was there for them to have a huge beat, which they did not have, even though the numbers, in my opinion, were phenomenal. I think just in general, money might be shifting into crypto. I don't own any crypto myself, but you can just see all of these companies that have huge beats. Like Apple had this crazy monstrous beat that would have merited like a 5% up day, and they ended up being down 6% or something over the course of 2 days, which was just absolutely absurd. And you're seeing all these companies with these huge beats, and then they are just doing absolutely terrible after, which is just making no sense at all. The last reported short interest was only about 8%, so I don't know if it's shorts that is doing this, and I know this company is owned, not a lot by retail as well, so that's also making it more difficult to know, like people are saying, it's being manipulated, but I guess I don't know if that's the case. I don't know, hard to say, hard to make that plug for this one, so guess I don't know anything about that one. And then the other one, which would be an actual, concerning fears if the housing market was starting to cool off, and if you were pretty concerned about the housing market, because obviously if houses aren't going to start selling, and if you can't buy and sell a house, you're going to have some issues, and you're also going to have worries about companies that write out mortgages and stuff like that. So that actually is a big concern of mine, but I've been keeping tabs on the housing market, and it seems like it's doing just fine, and I don't see any chance of it having a 2008 happen on us, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. So with all that being said, what am I doing with this one? What did I already do today with it being down so much? And I bought some more because I really like this company. I have a decent amount of shares, and I just really like Rocket Mortgage. So they're PE just being so low, the fact that they're making so much money, they're just bringing in cash. Like, they're doing just great with how much money they're making. The revenue growth, the earnings growth that they're having, their PE being so low. Again, I already said that, but I just feel really, really good about this company. And, you know, today just seems like just way overreaction. So I think we're hopefully throughout the rest of the month, at least, it should hopefully correct a little bit. So, and I see this one having that potential to like home run hit back up to 40 again, you know, who knows. But just a tough day for the longs today, though, and it just doesn't even make any sense to me. So that's all I got for you. If you like the content, think about subscribing, and hopefully made you a nice short video on why Rocket Mortgage is getting pooped on today. So thanks.